Hello again, Tom from Every Step Calculus, everystepphysics.com. This problem here is much more simpler, probably could be on a test. Certainly doesn't go off the screen, so like the previous video I did where that problem would not be on a test, it would, and it shouldn't even be used as an example to teach somebody how to do these because it's just so complicated and just total baloney. But this one is not bad, you know. Still a line integral, which means nothing, solves nothing, is nothing. It's just another puzzle in calculus, like Sudoku or crossword puzzle or learning imaginary numbers, whatever. Here's index 8 to get to my menu. I'm already at line integrals to save time. I'm going to press enter. You'd scroll down to that, you know. If you're really going to get my main menu, which is 136 or so entities in there, you'd hold the second key down and then use the cursor to go down, which goes screen by screen and really quick to get to whatever you want to get on the menu, because you need time on your test to do these things quick. Study my programs, don't study calculus, okay? And this is where you study, this is where you learn, this is where you retain. Throw your calculus book away, keep my programs in your calculator, okay? You'll be able to do these forever. You'll notice now what we're after is we got y and an x here, okay? So we're going to choose y and an x, function of y and x, and here number 4. You can scroll down with the cursor, with the cloverleaf here, or you can press the number before it. I usually use the number, and it takes you to the right program. And we're going to enter the function here. You have to press alpha first before you enter anything in these entry lines here. Alpha y times the yellow button here to get to the E, and then the X, and close off the parentheses. Let's see if it's right. Yes, it is. Calculator always does proper mathematical protocol, so it puts the E to the X first and then times the Y, so that's cool. Press enter, it's okay. And now we have x to the t, so you see that, so you're going to go x to the t here, and it has y to the t, but this just has y, you know, equals 4, so don't let that throw you. It's still x of t and y of t. Press number 4 again. And when it's busy here, it's loading the program. And I've already entered these into the simulator here, so to save time, so I'm just going to press enter, but you'd press alpha again and put each one of these in your calculator, pressing alpha first. So you can see I've entered the correct ones here, 8t plus 5 and then 4 for y. Okay. So now we do the range. I've already entered the range. I'm going to do that quick. 0 to 1. And first thing we do is find the derivatives of what we've entered here for these 8t plus 5. Derivative is 8 and y equals 4, derivative is 0. And we're going to find the ds term, which is the magnitude of the derivatives, square root of the derivatives squared. Here's the formula, square root of x derivative squared plus y derivative squared, okay? And we enter the variables, which is 8 and 0, come up with 64, and turns out to be 8. Now I've put this down in the next line because sometimes, you know, in other problems, like going off the screen, this would be a real long one, and this could be a real long one, so I have to kind of anticipate something happening like that, so I might program that like that. So looks a little funny, but needed to be done. We substitute the t's. In other words, we're substituting 8t plus 5 for the x, and here's x within the E, and here's y, which is 4. We're substituting that, and then of course we got the 8 and then dt. because we're integrating over this integral here with respect to t. And we bring the constant outside of integrals generally. That's a good rule to know about and do, which we're doing here. 8 is outside the integral times the integral. So now we're going to find the integrate now. That's the trick. Could you find the integral of that previous screen? Could you do that without thinking about it? It might be pretty difficult, and of course you got many of those to do during a test or calculus, so the calculator does that automatically here. And we found the integral of it. Now we're going to multiply this 8 times the integral, okay? And that equals this, okay? We're over the range of 0 and 1. So now at t equals 1, this equals 4 times e to the 13. At t equals 0, it equals 4 times e to the 5. Upper minus lower, etc. Here's the answer. Okay? Go to my site, buy my programs, and pass calculus. I don't know why you wouldn't buy it. I mean, why anybody would want to study this crap and for no reason, never help you. And I mean, the only goal is to pass the class, get out of there, and get your degree, okay? And you have other classes to study, more important than this, let me tell you, much more important. So anyways, go to my site, buy my programs, and, you know, enjoy passing calculus. If they allow you to use the calculator, then use it, okay? No big deal there. Hey, have a good one.